guys. Oh god, it looked like I was bald for a second on one side because of the light. Literally. I still look good. 27. Yeah, so it is a Sunday night. I just spent the entire weekend. I don't want to say the entire weekend, but I just spent the entire weekend pretty much re-editing my a song, reworking my whole marketing strategy for my music, and then I removed all of my releases from stores because then I started like doing a lot of research and realized that I was releasing my music right away into stores, which was not good, and I was not giving like music executives and producers and like all those people the opportunity to, I guess, hear the song because they don't necessarily like to hear music that's already out. I don't know if that's like a thing or not. So your release process is really important, and as a self-taught like person in the industry, that was really good information that I just discovered. So anyway, I spent the whole weekend working on like just the marketing strategy, all of that. There was one song in particular that I just wrote recently, um, called "One Day." One day God showed me, and I decided to clean the song up and take my music seriously. And what I mean by that is there were a lot of like in the song, right? And sorry, I was to the store. Yeah, there was a lot of the breaths, and I realized when I post these videos, people go back and watch them afterwards, which is kind of cool. I like that about YouTube. Even if I don't get people to watch me, like while I'm live, my lives will get posted, and then miraculously, thousands of people will go back and watch someone's live that's been pre-recorded and stuff. I think that's cool. So, by the way, my name is Timur, if you guys don't know me, and I'm nobody, absolutely nobody, just like God. No pun intended. And right now I'm making a carrot cake from scratch, real carrots. I tried to make a carrot pie earlier. I had to throw that away because it was too gooey. And I don't even think I mixed it well. However, I added water to my batter, and I think I actually have a carrot cake coming now, like an official real carrot cake that, is not goo in a pan. Yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, but it is really easy to mess up a cake recipe and to get goo in a pan. How many people have gotten goo in a pan? When they've tried to cook. That's how you know you're not a good cook, is because everything that you put in the oven then comes back out, it's like just goo thrown together. Things that you tried to accomplish in the kitchen that never got anywhere. So now you're ordering a takeout. Yeah, so God says I'm supposed to be extremely wealthy, famous, one day, and I'm trying to take ownership of that. That's part of the reason why I'm on here making these videos. I'm not gonna lie at all. No, normally I'm like introvert. I really don't want people in my business, and I really just like to enjoy life. Want to enjoy life, before I leave here. I feel like there's so much to discover still, and I feel like if I become famous, I won't be able to do that. And here's a secret: when I was growing up, I knew that in the future I was supposed to be doing these amazing things, and everyone else around me did as well. So I would always say, because people would always comment, "Oh God, I hated this girl." They were like, "Oh my God, you look like somebody. You're supposed to be doing this." Da, da, da. So I would, because I had heard that so much from people, I got like afraid of the idea of being famous, and then I would go and tell people like, "No, no, no, that's cool, that's great, but I don't want to be famous." And just imagine being 12 years old, knowing what this world is going to be like in terms of having a whole bunch of money and being able to do these cool things, but being restricted to not being able to be a real regular person in life. You're going to feel deprived, you know what I mean? And my biggest thing about my career and just you know, experience on this earth as a human was I don't I don't want to live in this world and not have the opportunity to really realize what it means to be human. And I feel like when you take something and trap it and put it in a box to where it can't go and interact with other humans, then you stop that individual from being able to complete their human experience, aka becoming a celebrity, right? And you're no longer like the other regular humans. You can't truly experience the authenticity of being experiencing other humans, because now you're not considered equal to the other humans. So your version of life is now going to be a altered reality, to where you're not never going to be able to experience those things unless you've done them already. And then for the people, be right back. This is therapy for celebrities. If you're not a celebrity, it's cool. But if you know, I'm a really good therapist, and you know this makes sense. We could be friends. So what I want to say is, like, being a well-known person is a huge responsibility, and to actually live the life of someone who does not have the opportunity to be a part of human, to be a part of, like, you know, regular society, and to have and experience the necessities that they need to, you know, experience as a human. It's like they're gonna be a baby. They're gonna be, you know, deprived of what people really think, how things really work, you know, just all of that. And their whole life is going to be based off of a false reality, a reality that was created in order to maintain the lifestyle of being rich and famous, right? So I don't want to go into that. I really appreciate you guys for watching and being here. Who are you talking to? It doesn't matter. There's God that's here. Like, are you serious right now? Go kill yourself. I hope no one shows up here. Okay, I don't post these videos. This is called goodbye. I'd rather be dying right now than to be sitting watching other humans prey on the mentality of other humans in terms of just that part. Don't get out of my comments, please. Don't you ever in your life. You might as well go and find all the homeless people that are homeless on the streets and be like, hey, why are you sitting here without a home? You know, go pick on a homeless person. Go do something like that. But yeah, no. Who are you talking to? There's no one here. Do you know how many homeless people who out there who have no friends or no family who are on the street and they don't have anyone to talk to? They don't. So, goodbye. You're good. Whoever's gonna see this video, they're gonna see this video. Whoever's watching and whoever it's meant for is gonna see the video. Obviously, it's not meant for you or people that are closed-minded, because like I said, if there were a homeless person on here right now, oh yes, I am. Because bro is mad. No, because that comment was like out of line, like for real. Like, what kind of person are you to go and degrade other humans and to do it consistently to the point to where you think that like it is okay, like you're God? Like, no, don't do that. Like, that's like me walking down a street that I feel is supposed to be clean, but because there's people sleeping in tents, I go and start saying, why are you guys sleeping here? Do you think someone's gonna come and help you? You think anyone cares? You know, that's just not cool. He probably is homeless. He probably is homeless. He probably is. That's probably why, you know, no offense to this guy. 9/rage bad. No, it's a rage bad. That sounded interesting. But that's my little rant about your comment. So no, don't do that to people. You don't see me going and like, you know, asking God why you were born and why you're here. I don't think you should be here on this earth. I think your existence here is actually equivalent to the idea of why Donald Trump is out there killing people. It makes no sense, right? So like your existence makes no sense in terms of that connection right there and that comment that you just made. Keep it to yourself. So when I say you know, all of this of what I'm saying right now, that was a huge response. I live in a beans factory. Oh, that's fucking exciting. Sir, I'm Beans. I live in a beans factory. No, but that would be cool if you actually live in a beans factory, though. I would love to live in a beans factory. You know, I don't know. I like to travel and stuff. I don't mind experiencing life and things like that. It's literally 12:46 right now. I'm gonna limit. Let me put my mic on here. That way you guys can see. Maybe it'll make people feel better if they know that I have a mic and he's not just. Yeah, so I do have a mic. Thank you so much for being here and not discriminating against me, by the way. Like, no joke, I actually have a friend that lives in Beans Factory. A friend that, is that like a real place? Like, I'm gonna look that up. It's like, don't be fucking with me right now. Like, you fucking with me? There ain't no place called Beans Factory. His parents own it. Wait, like, lives in Beans Factory. His parents own. Where you from? Colombia? I mean, I'm just saying, because Colombia beans, like, okay. You think you are not from Colombia. Okay, I'm done. I don't think you're from Colombia. That's funny. Bush's baked beans. Stupid. That's funny. Go follow my go follow my beans. No, that was funny. Wow. People do not respect each other anymore. I think it's all in the culture nowadays. I try to show everyone their proper respect, whether I agree with their opinion or not, but I'm old school like that. You know, I completely agree with that, because I was talking to this guy today about how I genuinely feel people live in a world, in a reality, where they're being taught to not believe in God. And then I explained to him what I meant by that. So that's why I mentioned that to say that's why when people start saying stuff, like, as long as I know what it means to believe in God and what it means to be human, when I experience other things with other humans around me, I'm not about to get mad unless I feel like I have to or want to. It's entertainment at that point. But, you know, respecting another human is extremely important. Knowing how and why someone is less intelligent than you in terms of why they might respond a certain type of way and being aware of that, you know, that's another part of the human experience. So, every time you smoke, that's 5 days off your life. No, it's not. This is, if that's, I don't agree with you. I'm sorry, sir. I do not agree with you. Here, if you can answer the question of, is there a difference biologically between melanin, and if melanin and its difference biologically changes the genetic makeup in regards to health and human beings? If you can answer that question, then I would agree with that. But I don't think I don't think you're gonna be able to answer that. So no to that. No, it does not. This is medical marijuana. I'm medicating right now. It would have not become legal if it killed people. And yeah, go talk to your lawmakers about that. You've been brainwashed, buddy. This cures cancer. You've been brainwashed to think that black people were never slaves either. Just thought, like, you know, you've been also brainwashed to think that. Even though you know it, you might know it all day, but you still in the back of your mind, you don't even care. You don't need, it's not like a thing that existed for you. You just, it's information that you know, but don't really know that happened. And you, yeah, just. So do you want me to leave because you smoke? No, people that don't know how to believe in God should not. You should not get mad at someone for not understanding how to do something. Let's start there. So if you don't understand how to believe in God, and then I go get mad at you, I'm a bad person. So why would I go and get mad at someone that does not understand how to believe in God or understand that? Does that make sense? So you can be atheist, you can be purple, blue, gay, straight, you can be Indian, brown, black. Your belief in God and you being atheist in terms of that category has nothing to do with how I should respond to you. And if you, that's just how my opinion and belief on that, in terms of your atheist comment. So no, we should love each other, even if, you know, we're all stupid and don't understand things. We should still love each other. Well, respect is earned, it's not given. You get it where you give it in life, and people have. Yeah, that part. People have forgotten. I forgot that. Yeah, no, people don't know what respect is anymore. They really don't. I was on Umingo. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I discovered Umingo today. which was kind of cool. Umingo was crazy. No, like I enjoyed my experience with Umingo or whatever that thing is called, because like you really get to meet people back to back. And when I say meet people, like I'm meeting people from like Colombia, Algeria, Africa, back to back. You know, these different people. But I'm really sitting there looking at these people and how their minds work to see what they're doing. You know, like I'm not just on social media just like watching people. I'm really studying other humans and how they think, knowing that I know what I know. Yeah, it does. You can't be assuming racing. Yeah, race doesn't exist. Race was a word that was created to segregate humans into categories in order to make it easier to control um, the humans in society. So race does not exist. This is the reason why people are confused about. Here, let me tell you. If you don't believe me, watch this. If what I just said is not true, then the next thing I'm getting ready to say, I promise you will not be. You can be confused. You'll be like, oh wow, he's right. Okay, this is how you can tell that race does not exist. All right. I mean, I'm gonna use the black people example for this because that's something I've been thinking about recently. How confused people are when it comes to race and color, and just that part. Give me a second. Okay, so for years, black people, brown people, people who are of dark skin color have been confused about what it means to be humans with dark skin color. I'm using this term for a reason. Just pay attention, right? Each of the humans on the earth with dark skin color have become so confused over a period of time that they have created other words, different words and phrases to refer to their skin color in connection to the society, an area of where those dark colored brown people, are, right? Now, it has gotten to the point to where these brown people collectively over time have become confused about what it means to be dark colored or brown humans. They have gotten to the point to where they are not able to identify other brown humans and genuinely understand understand those other humans to be the same as them, brown and dark colored humans. They've got to the point to where they've used the color of their skin to create a lifestyle, or to refer to a lifestyle. So when you use the word black, black refers to a lifestyle in certain areas of the world, where in other areas it just means the color of your skin. This is the type of confusion that I'm talking about. So when it comes to black people, brown people, when it comes to humans and stuff like that, if you can prove that billions of humans are confused when it comes to understanding who they are as humans, and something as simple as the color of their skin and the way that they act, and they can't, meaning if I see a dark Indian person from India, right, and they darker than me, they darker than Kuta Kinte, and if I look at them and tell them, oh, you're not black, that makes me a confused human being. Now, when I say that, what am I saying? I was taught to use the word black to refer to a mentality and disassociate that with the skin color. And I was taught to associate the word black to African Americans. And not only was I taught that, everyone else in the world was taught that. I had to test this theory one day and ask myself if this was true. Is it true that everyone in the world has been taught to associate the word black with African Americans? That was a hard question. I'm like, nah, no. I'm like, no, like no, they don't. Why would, that's just here in America, but nah, nope, no, it's not. No, it is not. So, if you go to Africa, any country in Africa, and try to call them black, they're not gonna respond like negatively, but they're not going to associate themselves with that word. They will say they're African first before they're black. And if you're having conversations with them, even them actually, I'm not going to completely give credit to the Africans. No, even the Africans themselves do the same thing to African Americans. Like, okay, my my favorite group of brown colored black people who are confused about what it means to be black is Dominican. I know black. I know black. I know black. Every time I see a Dominican on social media that's darker than my fucking foot, that tells me that you have a group of brown people that are afraid of being associated with a word that is supposed to be, that's supposed to, be associated with a skin color. But over time, you guys have taken this word and used it to refer to a mentality and one specific group of brown humans that come from one place, which is America, African Americans. So when you go to the Dominican Republic and you go to Puerto Rico, to these other places outside of America, and they automatically understand, and they've done this too, to where, okay, the word black refers to the African Americans and how they act. So I know black because that's how they're thinking about it. And if you can prove for a fact that billions of people, not just Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, but billions of people collectively have joined in on this same mentality, rationality, and thinking, which is incorrect, by the way, it will explain to you how human intelligence works on a large scale. That's what it will do. That's the reason why black people got enslaved at one point. That's the reason that there was slavery, because collectively it is possible for millions of humans to, ignorantly do things in terms of surviving in the world that they create in order to survive on this earth, right? So if they want to create the concept of believing that those brown colored people over there are not human, and during that time period, they're going to all collectively join in and do that and think that they're not doing anything wrong. That is psychotic, it's crazy, and it's not right. That is an example of human intelligence, and it has nothing to do with, it has a lot to do with skin color, but at the same time, it has nothing to do with skin color. It has a lot to do with human intelligence, because once again, even the brown colored people themselves do not understand, what it means to be brown, and or a brown human at that. And you got some of the brown humans who are afraid to be, I know black, you know what I mean? But use the word black to refer to a mentality and to how a person thinks, and interchanges it consistently in terms of in confusion while they're speaking in conversation. So it's like saying, okay, in the African American community, it's like taking one word, like the word, if there's any kids here, please leave. I'm getting ready to curse. It's like the word bitch, right? Did I give y'all enough time to leave? My bad. Anyway, it's like, black females primarily black females use the word, the word bitch as a term of endearment. They use it as a greeting. They use it in many different ways, to where that one word means so many different things. So my question and my thing is this what has happened to the word black? How has the word black now developed to an explanation of many different things, where it doesn't just mean one thing? And to where, yes, when you use the word black, you can use it in this conversation and say, nope, I'm using it to refer to a mentality of how these people act over there. I know black. Or can you use it in this conversation and say, oh no, now I'm talking about skin color. No, I'm not black. And like, how does this work when you can prove that on a large scale, humans, when it comes to time, will ignorantly engage in practices of, just this, like, oh God, makes me feel bad for humans. But then two things. One, can I see your medical marijuana card, and please, just curious what it looks like. Two, are you saying, I'm in Florida right now. I'm in Florida right now. My medical marijuana card is registered in Florida. I do not have it on me. In the state of Florida, if you don't have your medical marijuana card, you can use your driver's license or your ID to go into the dispensary to get as much weed as you want. Yeah, so sorry about that. I lost mine. Sure, I can see the please card. Just curious what it looks like. It looks like, what does it look like? Intelligent person with deep thinking. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Two things. When can I see it? Yeah, no, I can't do that. Wait, you said two things. One can see what it looks like too. And are you saying that boys are the same people and they shouldn't be separated? That boys and girls are the same people and they shouldn't be separated? I don't understand what you mean by that, but I think I understand what you mean by that. I love being able to smoke on here and not get my live banned. I hate going on TikTok and other platforms where I can't be myself. Like, I feel like it's discrimination. Oh, God. Like, what's the point of promoting being yourself in today's society when you can't actually be yourself and you know what I mean? That's like, I feel like that's indirectly saying that people that smoke medical marijuana are bad people because you've created a way to ban them on your platforms, It's like it's a backwards way of thinking. It's like I'm teaching indirectly that these people are horrible people by making it seem like they can't come on my platform and do something that's medically related. I don't know. I feel like that's discrimination. I could be handicapped. As in, boys and girls get separated in usually life. So are you saying that shouldn't be separated with that logic? Boys and girls get separated. Boys and girls are supposed to be. There is a divine, how do I say this? Pattern in nature when it comes to who we are as humans. This divine pattern, you can identify it by looking at how humans have acted over a long period of time. Meaning, you can't take the past 10 years and say, okay, I'm going to try to see if I can use the past 10 years to determine how the human males think or how the human females think. You would have to take generations of, with that same point, and then you would have to focus not just on one area, but on multiple areas of the earth to generate a comparison of the human men and how they developed in one corner of the earth versus, and then see what the connection is in terms of things that they might have used socially to survive, mentally, physically, and emotionally, whatever, things that they're afraid of, things that they, and you compare those things. And if it gets to the point to where you see similarities when it comes to certain things, then you have no choice but to look at it as the nature of who and what the nature of the human, right? You have to then, oh, my cake is, okay. You have to then use that as a way to say, okay, well, this must be happening because of the nature of these humans. They're not directly doing these things. This is just the nature of who and what they are, right? So if you truly want to understand like who you are as a human, you have to understand that using your mind and thinking and being able to control your thoughts to try to figure out why you're here is a big part of that. And going back to the separation of the girls and boys, I'm gonna say yes. He is trying to get you on the this topic. Yes, I am. What's your opinion on oh God. I made a post about this. So this is so much fun. I get to answer these questions. Okay, let's answer them. Okay, so transgender people and transgender humans are a byproduct of the nature of humans and who and what humans are. Meaning, so I'll tell it to you like this. Let me actually go check my cake. I have a cake in the oven. But so the nature of what it means to be human is exactly why we have transgender people right now, right? They are not bad humans, right? The reason why is because just listen to this right here. Okay, if I can go back 5,000 years and I truly, really want to understand humans and how their minds work and the difference between male humans and female humans, and if I am truly researching them, and I go back, let's say 10,000 years and see the same exact thing happening, and then each period over a course of time throughout, and not just in one area of the earth, like I mentioned this before, I would have to respect these people that you're referring to, or humans that you're referring to as transgender. That's a word that you've created for yourself. That word did not exist until recently. But what I can say that has existed is the pattern of men and women, and their pattern of men and women, and the history of their attraction towards each other over a uh, long period of time. So you can't go and use the past 10 years, see what humans are doing, create your own word for it, and then say, boom, yep, that's how everybody is. You can't do that. That's not fair. That's just you thinking that everyone is like this and saying, yep, well, everyone's trans fucking gender. That's what it means. No, you can. That's how can you go and take the last 10 years of humanity, and that doesn't make sense to me. You can't do that. So that word was just created recently, within the past 10 to 20 years, transgender, right? So to answer your question, I see them as humans. I see them as a byproduct of being human, right? Whether or not you want to accept that is not my problem. But what the truth is that you can um, use transgendered people and the word that you created for this, um, to use that to determine if these things have been happening throughout history with men and how long. And if you can chart that back 10,000 years, especially when the word transgender was never even created, I would have to tell you that that is not another byproduct of humans and the nature of humans. And that's a whole nother conversation right there. So that's what I think about transgendered people. It's a word that was created recently, which it was. Prior to that, this behavior existed, and this behavior should be looked at as a byproduct of the nature of humans and what humans are. And then on top of that, that's a whole different question. He's trying to take you out of by making you sound like a hater. Please don't fall for it. Dude, I would like to see your channel grow. I suppose. I have a transgendered sister, so I'm not really concerned about that. Um, you know, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And so no, I treat her with respect, and it was because of my understanding of the nature of humans that I am able to respect her. I'm not looking at her like she's a bad person. I'm just looking at her like a normal person. No, they can go and create whatever words they want, but if this has been happening for years and you guys are creating your own word for it now and saying that these people are deliberately doing things, no, they're not. You're just finding out about them. You're just late. You're just late, and you just create your own word because you were late and realized the nature of what it meant to be human in this way, in terms of this. And now you create a society where you're saying, okay, we're not going to judge people anymore. And so now that people feel like they can be themselves, you're late to the party. That you can't go and create these words and then start going and telling people you're this, you're that, you're this. That's not cool. Go check on your be in my cake, right? You're so funny. Nah, but I probably. Oh shit. I don't think it's burnt. Okay, now we're good. It almost got burnt. Alright, maybe I should leave it in there for a little longer. I honestly don't know if I should. I'll actually show you guys. So I made a carrot cake from scratch, right? So that's the carrot cake. And it's like, so it's moving. It's moving in the middle. So I'm hoping that, I don't know. I'm hoping I did a good job with this cake. So I'm actually gonna put it in there. Probably about timing. Start. Oh crap. Timer. Okay. Oh, if y'all want to hear any of what I just said, you can go to my TikTok. Oh no, the cake is, well, hopefully it'll be okay. This is my second. First I made a pie cake, and I had to add more water to the batter because I had some left over. So I'm like, no, I'm about to make a real cake. So I threw what I made earlier away, and now I got this, and I'm hoping that this comes out okay. So, yeah. That was it. But no, I don't believe in the word transgender. I don't think creating words to categorize people and define people based off of the nature of who and what they are as humans is fair, especially when you can prove that this is a fact. And then if this is the case, I'm going to tell you this one thing. You, you can't go and create these words. Like, here's a pet peeve of mine. The words, that's a huge pet peeve. You can't create words and call it cisgender and all this other stuff, right? And go and create a word to describe someone and something that has been already been happening for years, and create your own word for it. You can't, so you can categorize people. You can't do that. Like, it's just something. I don't agree with doing that. You should never discriminate or hurt or harm people in any way, fashion, or form. You should not go around calling people transgender when you know and see clearly that it is a part of the nature of who and what it means to be human for both males and females. Just because you're just discovering it where it's already been happening for billions of years doesn't give you the right to go and categorize people. Because then it's going to get to the point to where you're going to think that people act a certain way because of how you've categorized them, and you're going to be so wrong about that. You're only going to be able to identify people that fit in that category. Okay, case in point. Like, I'm going to use the apples and oranges example. You can't go and say that someone is supposed to act like an orange because they eat oranges, and if you create this concept, then when you meet someone that doesn't act like the orange but that likes to eat oranges, and then you see that there's a whole billion of people in that same category, you're gonna be feeling stupid and confused, especially if you created this concept for years, because now the group of people that you've never known about, you're gonna be sitting there creating, you're gonna be in a daze, you're gonna be confused about who and what you are as human. You're gonna now see another group of humans who have a whole different way of operating socially when it comes to understanding the things that they're attracted to and that they like in this world. They're not gonna be forced into lifestyles where you've created a lifestyle and force yourself into it because you believe that everyone acted a certain way. You know, just all of this world is messed up, man. This world is messed up. So no, don't ever go and degrade or put another human being down by creating a word that you feel explains their character, their thinking, their being. Because this is, for me, the word transgender does the same thing as well. You know, like, you don't create these words. These are words of hate. I think the word transgender is it's a bad word. I think these people are people, and yeah, you just don't do that. Anyway, I hope that answers the question that you asked earlier. I hope my cake is okay. It was a little jiggly when I pulled it out. Now, I record these videos to get posted later because every time I record these and people view the lives later, like, I get a lot of viewers after I post versus like while I'm on my live, so that's kind of cool. So it's like a relief factor of knowing that, hey, I'm actually gonna get people to view my stuff, like not right now, but after the fact. No, but if you're watching this right now, go and add my music page. It's my name, like you see, but official music. I really appreciate that because I can't go live on that page, and I'd love to go live on that page, and I'd love for people to listen to my music. Right now, I'm working on releasing one song every week. Starting on the 29th of this month, I have a lineup of songs that I'm going to be releasing all the way up until the end of the year. And we'll see how it goes. It's part of my marketing strategy to get myself out there as an artist. Plus, like, other people, you know, they don't market their music the same way. And I want to get really good at marketing my music because God says I'm supposed to be super famous and super wealthy one day. And all this other stuff, helping people, they're just supposed to look at me and know I'm going to help them for whatever reason. I don't know why I've become this person, but I'm supposed to just become this person that just helps people and has the ability to do so. So I don't know why I'm gonna have that ability, but God says that I'm gonna have the ability to be able to just save people mentally, physically, and emotionally. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't think the world needs saving. I think the world needs a meteor to hit it, and humanity itself needs to just restart. That way, people don't end up creating hell based off of the nature of who and what they are, not understanding it. You know, I think that's what's happening right now. So, yeah, Bean bot VR. What do you mean, gang? I'm not. Go check on your cake. Yeah, I appreciate that. I hope that cake comes out good because I really want to not have to go to the store and buy like sweets and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna play some of my music. So it's already like uploaded and ready for distribute. Just I will check you out. I appreciate that. I'm gonna play a song right now called it's called Black Magic. Actually, it's really good. I would play it super loud to annoy my next door neighbor because she doesn't like me, and since I've been creating and writing my music, I've been enjoying doing that. No, like yesterday, nah, she's super nosy. Let me tell you about this lady. She's white, right? She's this white lady that the area I live in is nothing but like, it's nothing but brown and black people, right? Black Spanish people. And she one of them white people that likes to be friends with everybody. Like as soon as you walk up, hey, how you doing? That kind of white person. Oh my God. Trying to be your friend, trying to insert herself into your life, just all of that. Nosy, everything. Got to the point to where she had people come into my apartment while I wasn't here. I was traveling, working on my music in Atlanta. And while I was not here, literally, this lady calls like the buildings department. I can't have roommates anymore. It's been crazy. She goes and lies and tells them that I'm renting my place out like a hotel, and now I can't have roommates anymore. So anyways, I play my music really loud sometimes to annoy her on purpose because of that. Because I ain't going nowhere. And she's just, I can't wait. I want her to leave anyway because you never go and just like make plans to ruin someone's life because that's what she does. Like she's complains about everything on purpose. Like I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna play this song. So I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna play it loud. It's called Black Magic. I have 7 songs that I'm actually releasing right now. This one is called Black Magic. I'm gonna play it from my phone, so hopefully you can hear it. And I'm promoting it on social media right now, so if you actually want to go and hear what the song sounds like, and I'm gonna do a soft release on SoundCloud. A soft release is when you upload music that is actually going to be distributed to a whole bunch of people in stores and whatnot, but you put it on a platform like one platform, just to see if people from that platform like your music. So that's a soft release or whatever. So anyways, that's what happened on SoundCloud. I'll probably do that tomorrow or the next day. But here's the song. Here we go. I'm gonna lip sync. Black magic, it always gets so personal. Something strange you just can't control. Feel the magic running through your soul. Black magic, wake a feeling you just like as long. Make you feel it down in your bones. Suck you dry and turn you into stone. Make a wish, it might just lose your soul. Pay the price and turn it into gold. Superstitious writing on the wall. Lose my mind and you just never know. Lift a hand and might just steal your soul. Something strange and unusual. Can't explain it and it's getting cold. It always gets so personal. Something strange you just can't control. Feel the magic running through your soul. Wake a feeling you just might explode. Never feel it down in your bones. Something dry and turn you into stone. Black magic, black magic, black magic. witches brew. So be careful what I'm telling you. Make a wish, you might just lose your soul. So be careful of that witch's brew. Pay the price and turn it into gold. Listen close to what I'm telling you. Cause it might be waiting in your room. I have magic. It always gets so unknown. Something strange, you just can't control. Feel the magic running through your soul. I have magic. Where the feeling just might explode. Make you feel it down in your bones. Suck you dry and turn you into stone. I have magic. All right, that was Black Magic. Just a little preview. Right now, actually, I want you to listen to this one since we listen to my music right now. I just recorded all of these songs recently. I just sat down with my marketing team. I have a marketing team. I got a team. We talked about my music. So I had to clean my music up and re-release my music because I was creating music and releasing it immediately, which is like a no-no in the music industry. You're supposed to do releases, and the reason for that is because if you release your music right away, algorithmically or whatever, producers and stuff won't see it or hear it. I don't know why. It just works like that. And it's a lot better for social media, the algorithm, the music algorithm. There's more for music. But yeah, they just don't end up seeing your stuff. So I like it. You have a good vibe with your music. And brother-in-law, I'm white, but I know how them Karens can be. I got one living next to me. Oh no. No, she really is you are a cool person. Yeah, see, right, no, you're awesome. I appreciate that comment. Yeah, no, like, it's not even about that. It's really just about her being an asshole. Like, no, like, so, okay, case in point. I had a roommate once, and when I would leave the house, she would purposely, I don't know why. Okay, so we're on the first floor. Her window, she can see who goes in and out. Plus, we live right next to each other. So she can see who's coming in the building, going to my apartment, right? So she was stalking people that, like, my roommates at one point. Got to the point to where, like, I check my Ring camera and she's having full-fledged conversations and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I done told everybody in the house not to talk to her. And then I told them about her, and because she'll go and purposely make it seem like she's having conversation to go back and start reporting stuff. That's just how she is. And so I have to let everybody know that comes here, like, hey, just this lady, this is what she's doing, leave her alone, and whatever. But now I appreciate that. People are weird. People, they want to understand whatever they want to understand, and I don't understand that. I think life is simple. I think that God is real. I think people are truly getting to the point to where they don't believe in God or want to even understand why we are here as humans and why we exist. I think people are living in this era right now of existing and not wanting to really understand, or just kind of being pushed away from that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where we are as a society, as humans right now. We're lost. I feel like that's another way of explaining a lost society. And I feel like we as people, like, since we're talking about God, we as people, we were supposed to, when it comes to color, we were supposed to get to the point to where we understood our differences biologically, because there is a difference. And we're supposed to become this one thing. When it comes to the shades, there's so much to it. That's a whole topic. Like, what if humans were supposed to be this powerful group of people, and we never were able to figure that out because of all of the separation that we created amongst each other, when we were supposed to eventually get to understanding you and combining, like, like, there's a reason why, like, in certain areas, groups of people have certain levels of intelligence. That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that people follow the Americans, like, everywhere in the world, from music to the way they think, the way they act, go to any country outside of the United States, and their goal is to act and be like Americans everywhere. I know mine has done called the cops on me for my wife's. Oh, that's not cool. No, no. Okay, here's what you do. This is what you do. Let me tell you. I don't know if she's still doing it, but here's what you do. So this is what I did to my next door neighbor. I had a feeling one day that she was stalking me, and I'm like, I know this lady's stalking me. So something told me I got two phones. So I took one of my other phones and I put it in my pocket. And I'm at a CVS that's, you have to walk at least about 10 minutes to get to this CVS, right? And on this day in particular, like, I'm just, out of all days, I'm just like, she was in the CVS. Now, I didn't know she was in there, but she just comes around the corner, and like, as soon as I see her, I literally try to turn the other direction. Now, keep in mind, at this point, it was at the point to where she was already being too nosy, you know, calling the cops. Oh, and then oh, no, no, no. Like, mine, no, like, check this out. My name's like, she comes, knocks on the door, and asks if I can smoke my weed someplace else in my apartment. I kid you not, because it's legal here. She's like, oh, well, I know it's legal and stuff, but I don't know if you're smoking right next to the to the door. I don't know where you're smoking, but I can smell it all the time. It's getting everywhere in my house. I'm like, lady, like, that's what she said to me. And now, no, it wasn't in her house. It was just out in the hallway. I'm sure of that. It was, lady, you don't smell no. Get out of my face. That's what she was trying to say. Get out of my face, like, please. Anyway, so it got to the point where she was doing that, and she would like just try to come and make small talk, and then at the end of every conversation, try to add something in there about like random things, like, oh, okay, her packages. She tried to make it seem like my roommates were stealing her packages. I have a Ring camera on my door. She don't got no Ring camera on her door. And then she just like, oh God, talking about her kind of is frustrating. It really is. She goes and starts. One of my roommates had a baby. They didn't speak any English. They were from another country. They were whatever. So she's like, oh, it could have been a lady with the baby or whatever, X, Y, Z. And I'm looking at and I'm just like, lady, you're literally just trying to find reasons to make it seem like people are doing things to you that's not really happening right now. And I'm going to need you to leave me alone. So going back to the day with the camera and stuff, like I said, I felt like she was, I don't know, following me. So I purposely, on camera, said, lady, my almost exact words, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to talk to you. Can you please leave me alone? And I said something along those lines, but it was kind of purposeful for the video and for me having my camera, because I wanted to be able to show the police in the event that I have to show them anything. Here's a video that I had from when I was in the store and she was stalking me and I had to tell her to leave me alone and she wouldn't. So here's this video, you know. So I'm just saying, maybe you have to like get her on video doing something. And then I told her after, I said, lady, I got this on video, whatever, and here's my phone. Please leave me alone. I don't want to be your friend. Please leave me alone. All right. And that's pretty much how it went on video. So if she ever tries to come back and say anything about anything, I'm going to pull that video out and be like, nope, she lying. And here's the video. So I'm just saying, maybe you need to get a video of her doing something. I don't know. Whatever she's doing to you. I'm sorry. That's crazy, dog. Nah, but people will try to go and find like things just to try to hurt you and make it seem like you're doing things to them. And that's definitely what your Karen was doing. So sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I wish the world could be different. Yeah, I appreciate you listening to my song. So when Black Magic, let me tell you, that Black Magic song, I turned that up the other night and was playing it over and over again on purpose for her. I wrote the song. You know, I wrote that song, so I want you to hear it. That way, when you feel like you want to go and do something, I want you to be scared. I want you to think I'm over here doing black magic, witchcraft, all that. Don't come to my door. I'm doing voodoo. I'm doing everything. I'm doing to keep you from coming to my. Tell yourself I'm not doing that for real, but I'm just saying I want her to think everything in the book so she don't come to my door and leave. Just stay in your lane. But now that's what happened to me. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I can't get any roommates at the moment because of that. So kind of sucks, but it's okay. I'm surviving. Yeah, I can't wait till I'm where I'm supposed to be in life. Like, I feel so outside of my comfort zone. Like, right now I'm forcing myself to release and write a whole bunch of music. It's legal here for recreational use. I got a pound of recreational on the table right now. Word. No, like I had to keep my medical card from my dad because he didn't have one at the time when I had got mine. Let me go. Hold on. And so I would get. That's one thing I like about the dispensary is you can literally go get a fucking pound of weed and buy it all at one time. I don't know what this thing is doing. It's 1 o'clock in the morning over here. I'm getting ready to get off of here and go to bed. I really was trying to see what's going on with this cake and finish one of my songs that I'm working on that I had to edit. It's called One Day God Showed Me. I'm actually gonna play it. Just listen to it. Let me know if you like it, cause why does it keep beeping? One day God showed me everything that was wrong. All this war going on. One day God showed me children sick with no home, with nowhere else left to go. No. One day God showed me we would be hungry. A different story with no one left to call on. So one day God showed me humans gone with no soul. It's getting out of control. They don't know what's going on. Oh, what if God showed you a different story? Would you be worried if you had no place to call? So what if God showed you a different story? Would you be worried if no one cared at all? Oh, what if God showed you a different story? Would you be worried if you had no place to call? What if God showed you a different story? Would you be worried if no one cared at all? No wonder God showed me all these things that were wrong. All the people that were lost. Oh, we can't grow here. I mean, well, yeah. Okay, I'm in New York right now. It's still illegal in New York. I'm gonna turn my song down. I hope you like my song. I'll let it play in the background. But it's called One Day God Showed Me. And I spent the whole weekend, literally from Friday up until now, editing, like engineering that song. I had to go and just like take out a couple things, put some things back in there. Yeah. So, and that's the final version, I think. I don't know if I like it though. So I gotta keep playing it over. How much weed are you growing right now? I really like how my voice sounds though. At first I didn't like it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to it one more time before I go to bed. Because I scheduled it already to be released to the world, so I want to try to get all of my songs re-released. That way I can make some money. Yeah, I already make money off my music, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, if you know anything about the music industry, it's not a lot, but I like it. It has a flower child top type of vibe. Yeah, it does. It should make you want to cry and make you want to get a lighter and like just it's it. I didn't want to make it too much about God because I don't want my music, I don't want to say to flop, but I want everyone to like the music. I want it to be universal, and I don't want just people that listen to it. You know, I want it to be for everybody. So I really like that song. So I'm, in terms of my release schedule, that song is the second song. First is Black Magic. Then we have One Day God Show Me. So I'm supposed to be releasing my best. All the songs are good, but my best tracks are what I'm, supposed to like come out with. And then we go down from there to like my least favorite, and then, you know, so, and then I'm working on another one right now. It's called Four Leaf Clover. I've actually not started recording it. I'm still in the engineering like process in terms of the beat and the lyrics and stuff like that. However, it is a nice song. It should remind you of Amy Winehouse, like in terms of like my music. 7 plants. Oh, that's cool. 7 is a lot. Wish I could come over and visit you. Shit. That's a lot of weed though. But yeah, my music is supposed to make you think of like those people. I'm gonna sing. Oh yeah, I write country music too. I definitely write. Okay, I'll give you a sample of a country song. Let me see. So there's a country song. It's called actually. Let me see if I can find it. All right, so it's called Country Boy Blues, and this song was specifically meant for the country genre, right? And everyone who likes country. And plus, I'm I'm a country boy too, even though I'm in the city. But let me see if I can find this song. Oh crap, that's so cool. I'm back. My phone died. All right, so I'm about to sing a country song that I wrote. And then I'm gonna get off of here because my stomach is hurting. And if there's any producers out here, I'm gonna say producers 3 times. Music supervisor. You know how the algorithm works when you start mentioning words and stuff. So if there are any music supervisors that are online right now who can't sleep, just pop over real quick and check this out. I hope you guys like country music. Country. This is called Country Boy Blues. And I feel this song is gonna really make my career what it's supposed to be. Because I'm gonna have, the whole entire world like at my attention, you know what I mean? So I'm about to sing the words. And I'm gonna try my best. I hope you can hear the song. Here we go. Hey. I'm on my way home, my problems on gone. About to kick back and take off my shoes. No, I ain't picking up the phone. Oh wait, okay, wait, let me start over. Hold on. I'm gonna start over. Hold on. Alright. Okay, my stomach. I can't remember where to start. I'm on my way home, my problems on gone. About to kick back and take off my shoes. No, I ain't picking up the phone, so if you calling, I ain't home. I got a bad case of that country boy blues. Ain't no telling if I'm on my way home or if I'm about to go stone cold and pick up where I left off. Ain't no telling what I'm about to do. This country boy's about to be a rock star. So it goes something like that. I'll repeat it. That way you can hear it. Here we go. I'm on my way home, my problems on gone. About to kick back and take off my shoes. No, I ain't picking up the phone, so if you calling, I ain't home. I got a back case of that country boy blues. Ain't no telling if I'm on my way home or if I'm about to go stone cold and pick up where I left off. Ain't no telling what I'm about to do. I'm on my way home. Said this country boy's about to be a rock star. All right, that's really how it's supposed to go. So that's why I haven't recorded it yet, because I'm still working on the song. I started this song a couple months ago, but I'll just repeat the first verse again. I'm on my way home, my problems on gone. I'm about to kick back and take off my shoes. I'm picking up the phone. If you calling, I ain't home. I got a back into that country boy blues. Ain't no telling if I'm on my way home or if I'm about to go stone cold and pick up where I left off. Ain't no telling what I'm about to do. I'm on my way home. Said this country boy's about to be a rock star. All the types of music. I really don't have a favorite. If it moves me, I like it. And I appreciate that. This is gonna be one of my favorite songs so I'm gonna take my time with it. That's why I haven't. Let me turn this beat off. That's why I haven't recorded it yet. It's not. I'm excited about all of my music. Trust me, I really am. But this one in particular, I feel like it's gonna like reach so many people the world. Country Boy Blues. Sounds good. You have a great night and hope you're feeling better. I'll see you again. You too, man. I appreciate that. I'm about to go check out this cake. So thank you for listening to my music. And head over to my music page and follow me so I can try to go live on there. And that way you can know when my releases are going to come out. All right, peace. Ciao.